Hello everyone, I welcome you here to the Gyanasthili classes. Now in this video we'll discuss about the Unit 5 curriculum studies and I'll cover all the 3 tests in this video. So here we start. Before that test, I would like to say you that we are launching a second batch course in which we'll cover both paper 1 and paper 2 and the fee is 3,500 and if you want to join the course you can contact to this number 798-323-3626. This is the number and for this we have test series also. If you want to join the test series, we are going to start our second batch for the test series in which you will get revision notes and video lectures for this, and the test series are scheduled for 1 month and this include for both papers and there are doubt solving sessions also. So you will be giving 30 days and for the test in which we'll cover both paper 1 and paper 2 and the fee is 1,000. If you want to join, you can join. We'll start our second batch soon and for this you can contact on the same number, that is 798-323-3626. Thank you. Now we'll start for the questions. First question. The concept of formative evaluation implies that. Now, we have 2 kinds of evaluation, summative evaluation and formative evaluation. You know, formative evaluation deals with and it monitors the child's performance continuously. So the answer will be learning should be managed and monitored continuously. But that summative evaluation, it deals with the evaluation which is done after the term ends or at the terminal stages. So the answer is learning should be managed and monitored continuously. Next question. In which of the following approaches to curriculum design constructivist orientation will be manifest? So now see, constructivist orientation को हम किस चीज़ में इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं? जब हम कुछ नया उसमें हमारी जो थिंकिंग होती है वो बहुत ही डाइवर्जेंट थिंकिंग होती है. एक कॉन्सेप्ट को लेकर हम बहुत अच्छी तरह से एनालाइज कर सकते हैं, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर सकते हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट मैपिंग कर सकते हैं. दीज ऑल थिंग्स आर रिलेटेड टू दी कंस्ट्रक्टिविस्ट ओरिएंटेशन. सो द आंसर विल बी कॉन्सेप्ट मैप एज अ टूल फॉर करिकुलर चॉइस. दिस विल बी द आंसर फॉर कंस्ट्रक्टिविस्ट ओरिएंटेशन. Next question. Curriculum is regarding as the sum total of experiences acquired by the learner in a school. Which combination of the following set of experiences acquired by the learner in a school? Which combination of the following set of experiences will be deemed congruent in this regard? Now see, curriculum syllabus और curriculum में डिफरेंस होता है. सिलेबस करिकुलम का पार्ट है. करिकुलम में हम अकेडमिक और नॉन अकेडमिक एरियाज लाइक आर को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज को भी हम इंक्लूड करते हैं, बट सिलेबस डील्स ओनली विद द अकेडमिक एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द लर्निंग. सो हियर नाउ इट इज आस्क्ड कि गिवन इन द गिवन 4 ऑप्शंस, इन 4 ऑप्शंस में से कौन सी जो चीजें हैं वो हम करिकुलम में इंक्लूड करते हैं. सी, planned and known experiences, yes, we used to include this in the curriculum. Unplanned and known experiences, yes, planned भी होते हैं और unplanned भी होते हैं, दोनों kind of experiences होते हैं. Experience gained during co-curricular activities, yes, this is also included in the curriculum. Lived experiences which promote creative outlook, yes, ये भी आपका करिकुलम में इंक्लूडेड होता है. सो द आंसर इज 1, 2, 3, 4. ये चारों चीजें आपकी जो हैं वो आपके करिकुलम एस्पेक्ट पे इंक्लूड होती हैं. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following to lay foundation in the curriculum? Now see, यहाँ पर आपको डिफरेंट जो आपकी साइंसेज हैं वो दी गई हैं और उनमें से ये पूछा है कि कौन सी मेन जो साइंस है और जो कौन सी मेन फिलॉसफी है आपकी, कौन सा मेन डिसिप्लिन है जो आपके करिकुलम से डील करता है. सी, सोसाइटल प्रायोरिटीज, गवर्नमेंट एंड रिसोर्सेज डील करता है. स्टडी मटेरियल, ट्रेनिंग फैसिलिटीज, सोसाइटल नीड्स ये भी है, साइकोलॉजिकल बेस ऑफ एजुकेशन भी है. बट सी, अगर हम इन सबको एक प्रॉपर एक साइंटिफिक टर्म में बोलें तो वो तीनों चीज जो है वो ये है फिलॉसफी, सोशियोलॉजी एंड साइकोलॉजी. These are the 3 main components which form the base of or which lay the foundation for the curriculum. So philosophy, sociology and psychology is team teaching. टीम टीचिंग में हम क्या करते हैं? टीम टीचिंग इन्वॉल्व्स अ ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्टर्स. इसमें सारे इंस्ट्रक्टर्स का ग्रुप होता है जो कि वर्क करते हैं पर्पसफुली और रेगुलरली and they cooperate with each other to help a group of students of any age to learn. Now see, teachers together set their goals for a course design or syllabus and prepare individual lessons. इसमें सारे लोग एक साथ बैठ के evaluate करते हैं, lesson plans बनाते हैं, students को पढ़ाते हैं, syllabus बनाते हैं, individual lesson plans भी बनाते हैं. So in team teaching, the curriculum for refresher courses is more effective and it is evaluated also in very effective manner. So the answer is team teaching. Next question, sixth question. The most important approach for implementing an administrative model of curriculum is to focus on. Now, administrative model of curriculum. So of course you all know that it focuses on the hierarchy of staff. Excuse me. It focuses on the hierarchy of staff. Now how? See, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव टीचिंग मॉडल जो है आपका, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव टीचिंग मॉडल इज द टॉप डाउन अप्रोच. यू ऑल नो. सी, द करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स अपीयर्ड फ्रॉम एजुकेशनल officials and the administrators or the holders of the education policy, such as the general director or HOD. Then by using command line, it goes to the bottom. Now see, in administrative model, what we used to do is, हम जो अपना करिकुलम जो डेवलप करते हैं वो हमारे कोई टीचर, स्टूडेंट्स या स्टेक होल्डर्स से पहले पहुंचने से पहले अपनी पूरी एक हायरार्की ऑफ स्टाफ से डील करके आता है. लाइक जैसे पहले अगर इफ आई टेक एग्जांपल फॉर द स्कूल, अगर वो सबसे पहले डायरेक्टर के पास गया, डायरेक्टर के पास से बाद वो प्रिंसिपल के पास आया, फिर वाइस प्रिंसिपल ने उसको इवैल्यूएट किया, फिर उसको एचओडी ने इवैल्यूएट किया, फिर एचओडी से भी अगर नीचे है कोई लाइक कोई सब्जेक्ट का एचओडी है उसने इवैल्यूएट किया, देन वो तब जाके वो टीचर तक आता है. सो उसके लिए हायरार्की ऑफ स्टाफ्स होती है. मतलब जो आपका सबसे ऊपर हायरार्की है, जो भी हायरार्किकल स्ट्रक्चर है, या तो आपका प्रिंसिपल है या आपका वाइस प्रिंसिपल है या फिर स्टेट का कोई मिनिस्टर है या मजिस्ट्रेट है, तो वहां से वो इवैल्यूएट होते होते सबसे नीचे तक आता है, नीचे अप्रोच तक आता है, सबसे नीचे स्टूडेंट तक पहुंचता है. सो इट इज द हायरार्की ऑफ स्टाफ. दैट्स व्हाई the most important approach for implementing an administrative model of curriculum is hierarchy of staff. Next question. National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education in India 2009 was developed by. So it was developed by NCTE, we all know. So the NCTE is the answer. Next question. The core curriculum does not emphasize on problem solving. See, core curriculum क्या होता है? core curriculum होता है वो जो हमारे curriculum के बहुत ही main और important aspects होते हैं जिन्हें हम ignore नहीं करते हैं. Like जैसे कुछ subjects होते हैं जिन्हें हमें पढ़ना ही पढ़ना है, जो optional नहीं होते. So that subjects are included in the core curriculum and which invocates or emphasizes your democratic procedures also, total experience in the school also, unit and lesson plans prepared by the teachers also. So it includes all these things except problem solving. Next question. A curriculum maker is interested in designing a functional curriculum would need an understanding of. So it would need an understanding of educational philosophy, psychological principles की भी, pedagogical procedures का भी. So the answer is all of the above. इन तीनों का उसको नॉलेज होना चाहिए कोई भी करिकुलम बनाने से या क्रिएट करने से पहले. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. समेटिव इवैल्यूएशन इम्प्लाइज व्हाट? इट इम्प्लाइज टर्मिनल टेस्ट, जो हमारे प्रॉपर टाइम टर्मिनल पे टेस्ट होते हैं, जैसे जो 2 months का हुआ या फिर उसके बाद 6 months का होता है. कुछ स्कूल्स में 4 to 3 months का भी होता है, तो दैट इज नोन एज समेटिव इवैल्यूएशन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Which of the following is the case of formative evaluation of curriculum? Now, ये आपके पास 4 options हैं and now you have to see which of the following deals with the formative evaluation of curriculum. See, conducting an evaluation of the curriculum concerned before the course is completed, no. Evaluating the curriculum concerned getting it appraised by the students and teachers, no. Evaluating the curriculum concerned in the middle of the course, collecting the views of students and parents and providing feedback. Exactly. This deals with the formative evaluation curriculum जो कि middle of the course में आपका हो रहा है. So this is the answer. Next question. 4 regional committee offices of NCTE are in. So they are in Bhubaneswar, Bhopal, Jaipur and Bangalore. So this is the answer. Next question. The process in which the strengths and weakness of the curriculum are identified is called. So it is called evaluation. हम लोग evaluate करते हैं तभी हमें किसी बच्चे की strength and weakness के बारे में पता चलता है. So we have to evaluate. Only then we'll come to know about the strength and weakness of that child. So answer is the evaluation. Next question. Curriculum improvement should be a continuous process. Of course, curriculum को तो हमें continuously evaluate भी करते रहना चाहिए, improve भी करते रहना चाहिए, and innovate भी करते रहना चाहिए. Okay. So next question. The forces that affect the development of curriculum is called. Now, the forces that affect the development of curriculum is called foundation of curriculum. See, अगर हमारा foundation ही अच्छा नहीं होगा curriculum को develop करने का, तो of course हमारा उसका input और output या process का कोई मतलब नहीं रहेगा. So before implementing the curriculum or before developing the curriculum, we have to lay the very functional foundation of that curriculum, कि हम उसका input भी देखें, उसका process भी देखें, और फिर हम ये भी देखें कि उसके input करने पे हमें हमारे students में change in behavior क्या आ रहा है या फिर output क्या आ रहा है. So the answer is foundation of curriculum. Next question. Philosophical foundation of the curriculum is concerned with. So it is concerned with ideas. Of course, you all know philosophical foundation is concerned with the ideas. Next question. Which of the following is not the role of UGC in the curriculum development? Now see. It reviews and updates curriculum, which is the essential ingredient of its academic system. Exactly. It reviews and updates the curriculum. It works in coordination like other related bodies towards curriculum development like NCT. Yes. It coordinates the bodies. It organizes training programs, workshops, seminars and conferences. Exactly. UGC organizes all these things. It promotes and conducts innovation research in various areas of teacher education. No, this is not the function of UGC. This is the function of NCT जो कि teacher education से deal करता है. So this is the function of NCT. So D is the answer. Next question. Which type of benchmarking is an opportunity for breakthrough improvements by analyzing high-performing processes across a variety of students? So that kind of benchmarking is called functional benchmarking. So the answer is functional benchmarking. So benchmarking deals with it is a kind of tool which is used to improve the performance, like we used to improve the performance of students by comparing their performance with one another. So this is called benchmarking. So the benchmarking which deals with the opportunity for improvements in which we have to analyze the high performance across the variety of students, that benchmarking is called functional benchmarking. So the answer is functional benchmarking. Next question. Which of the following emphasizes an effective domain of learning? So amongst the following, which of them analyzes the affective domain of learning? So it is the phenomenological theories that analyze the affective domain of learning. So the answer is phenomenology theories. Next question. Who said that benchmarking is an analogous to the human learning process and it has been described as a method of teaching an institution how to improve? So this was said by McNair. He defined benchmarking in this term. So the answer is B. Next question. Okay, test number 2. Now, first question. The ultimate purpose of demonstration model of curriculum is. Now see. The purpose of demonstration model of curriculum is demonstrating the feasibility of the model. Now, what do you mean by demonstration model? Demonstration model के core points क्या हैं? See, demonstration model, it teaches a skill, concept or principle. It also emphasizes on learning by doing. So, and we can say skills can be developed by imitation. Yes, we used to develop our skills by imitation, and the perception also helps in imitation. Now, mainly in demonstration model, the learner understands the logical step-by-step procedure. Learner understands the logical step-by-step procedures when he used to do a certain task or the principles that are applied and what is related to that information. So that is called demonstration model. It is also called demonstration approach also, in which we used to deal about these skills and we used to see the main concept that what child is learning by is the activity approach, that is called learning by doing. So B is the answer. Next question. In grassroots model of curriculum, directly accountable functionary for curriculum implementation is, of course, teacher. Teacher is the directly accountable functionary for curriculum development and invention. Teacher is the answer. Next question. In a remote tribal area of Madhya Pradesh, some tribal teachers devised a unique way of curriculum transaction. Everyone praised it, and after through examination, the curriculum was implemented by the government in the whole of the state. This is an example of course, this is an example of demonstration model in which that teacher has demonstrated that kind of curriculum to the certain number of students, and now that curriculum is implemented by the government to the whole of state. Like he or she first demonstrated that curriculum and saw the input and process and output implementation, and now that curriculum is implemented by the government to the whole of the state. So the answer is demonstration model. Next question. Select the most appropriate combination for system analysis model of curriculum. So the most appropriate combination is coordinating and processing, identified teaching and learning operations, and input and output. So the answer is D, 2, 3, 4. This is the answer. Next question. Which of the following curriculum model involves a hierarchy of educational officers for its implementation? So of course, hierarchy of educational officers, they are included in the administrative model. Now see, in many of the questions you will see 4 kinds of these models. Let me explain one by one, so that I will not explain these models again in next question. Now in this question, first we will start with system analysis model. What is system analysis model? See, in this model, the continuous and regular modification and improvement is done, and it is necessary for each curriculum. Even new curriculum is not perfect in itself. We have to evaluate and we have to modify that curriculum to implement it. So curriculum should be modified continuously. The curriculum development is based on system analysis. In this, we see, in the system analysis, we have 3 points: input, output, and process, that helps in evolving effective and effective model of curriculum. Input deals with the curriculum construction, process deals with the curriculum implementation, and output deals with the curriculum evaluation. So in this way, we use our system analysis model. It's a kind of system in which we include input, process, and output series. Now next is the administrative model. See, in administrative model, the curriculum development initiates एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मॉडल, वो मैंने आपको प्रीवियस स्लाइड में समझा दिया था. नेक्स्ट मॉडल वी हैव डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन मॉडल, ये भी मैंने आपको प्रीवियस स्लाइड में समझा दिया था. नाउ सी वी हैव ग्रास रूट मॉडल. नाउ इन दिस काइंड ऑफ मॉडल, दिस ग्रास रूट मॉडल वाज गिवन बाय हिल्डा टावर, you all know. In this model, she discusses about mainly a grassroots model. It's a kind of approach, and in this approach, the inductive approach to the curriculum development is followed, and it starts with the specifics and building up to a general design. We used to go from specific to general in the inductive approach. So same approach is followed in this model, and in this Hilda believed that the curriculum should be designed by the teachers rather than handed down by higher authority. मीन्स करिकुलम को जो डिजाइन करना चाहिए वो टीचर को करना चाहिए, क्योंकि टीचर को पता है कि वो क्लास में किस काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट से डील करेगा और एक सर्टेन ग्रुप के एज ग्रुप के स्टूडेंट्स को किन स्किल्स की जरूरत है या किस मेथड की जरूरत है. सो शी फोकस्ड एंड शी बिलीव दैट द करिकुलम शुड बी डिजाइन्ड बाय टीचर्स, नॉट बाय द हायर अथॉरिटीज, एंड द टीचर शुड बिगिन द प्रोसेस बाय क्रिएटिंग टीचिंग लर्निंग यूनिट्स for their students in their schools rather initially in creating a general curricular design. So this is the approach for grassroots model. Now you have a certain idea for all the 4 kinds of models like system analysis model, administrative model, demonstration model, and grassroots model. Okay, so here the hierarchy of staff, it is in the administrative model. Next question. In which curriculum model the least authoritative character is visualized? So least authoritative character is visualized in the kind of, it is visualized in the kind of course it is visualized in the kind of grassroots model. इसमें higher authorities का कोई इतना important role नहीं होता है. So the answer is grassroots model. Next question. Which combination is related to curriculum development? Now Hilda Taba is related to the curriculum development. Taylor is also related to the curriculum development, and Alexander and Saylor is also related to the curriculum development, but Hilgard is not related to it. So A, B, C is the answer. Next question. Who makes decisions in grassroots model of curriculum? So who makes decisions in grassroots model of curriculum? Yes, teacher makes decisions in grassroots model of curriculum. So the answer is teacher. Next question. Which of the following is not the curricular model? See, administrative line staff model is the curricular model. System analysis भी है, demonstration model भी है, but jurisprudence inquiry model is not the kind of curricular model. Next question. Which of the following will be benefited by the diversified curriculum? By the diversified curriculums. See, tribal girls भी benefited होंगी, scheduled tribes के people भी benefited होंगे, scheduled caste के भी होंगे. So all of the above. सारे ही इसका benefit ले सकते हैं. Next question. Which of the following model of curriculum has minimum scope for democratic decision making? Now see, इनमें से कौन सी करिकुलम मॉडल में सबसे कम स्कोप होता है डेमोक्रेटिक डिसीजन मेकिंग का? सो द आंसर इट इज एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मॉडल, क्योंकि इसमें मेनली जो हायर अथॉरिटीज होती हैं वो डील करती हैं. तो लाइक हायर अथॉरिटीज दे यूज टू डोमिनेट, वो अच्छे से डिसीजन लेने के प्रोसेस में इन्वॉल्व नहीं करती हैं. एंड वहाँ के जो पैनल्स होते हैं वो भी हायर अथॉरिटीज से के ही होते हैं, कोई लोअर अथॉरिटी लाइक उनसे कोई डाउन का नहीं होता है. सो इन दैट डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज और डेमोक्रेटिक डिसीजंस दे आर नॉट पॉसिबल, और वो लोग इंक्लूड भी नहीं करते हैं. सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मॉडल इज द आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. In which of the following curricular model a school teacher enjoys maximum autonomy? So a school teacher enjoys maximum autonomy in which kind of model? Of course in traditional model. It enjoys the maximum type of autonomy because traditional model deals with the subject centered orientation, that is a set of experts we can include, predetermined subject matter होता है, and that are mastered by students. The curriculum is structured around content unit and the sequence of what is taught follows the logic of the subject matter. In this subject matter and teacher is important, so teacher enjoys the maximum autonomy in traditional model. Next question. There is a maximum scope of change in curriculum contents by the state boards of school education in administrative model. Of course इसी में higher authorities included होती हैं, तो इसी में आप curriculum content को change करने का scope जो होता है वो state boards के पास ज्यादा होता है. Next question. Which one of the following is an essential part of the curricular design process? Now करिकुलम डिजाइन प्रोसेस का सबसे एसेंशियल पार्ट होता है कंसिडरेशन ऑफ इनपुट प्रोसेस एंड आउटपुट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन. इट डील्स विद द सिस्टम एनालिसिस मॉडल. आपको पता है सिस्टम एनालिसिस मॉडल में भी हम ये देखते हैं कि अगर हम इतना इनपुट लगा रहे हैं तो हमें आउटपुट क्या मिलेगा और उसका प्रोसेस क्या होगा. सो द आंसर इज इनपुट प्रोसेस एंड आउटपुट. दिस डील्स विद द करिकुलम डिजाइन प्रोसेस. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नाउ वी हैव 4 kinds of model on this list 1 and then what they are known for, उनकी क्या prominent characteristic है वो list 2 में. See, CIPP model it deals with decision making. CIPP model deals with decision making. Traditional model deals with subject centers, we all know. Contemporary model में आपका learner center में होता है और activity model में आपकी activity center होती है. So the answer is 3, 4, 2, 1. This is the answer. Answer is 3, 4, 2, 1. Next question. Who was concerned about social reconstructionism? So, Harold Rugg was concerned with social reconstructionism. This is the answer. Next question. Which model cultivates future planning attitudes? So, social reconstruction model cultivates the future planning attitudes. Social reconstruction model, it is it deals with the relationship between curriculum and the social, political and economic development of the society. In this, education affects the social change And curriculum also affects us. For example, literacy campaigns that we have contributed to successful political revolutions and many other, like बहुत सारे आपके movements होती हैं, बहुत सारे आपके movements होते हैं. So in this curriculum, the relationship between curriculum, activities and societal aspects is dealt. So the answer is social reconstruction model. Next question. What is the greatest motivation provided to the child in teaching learning process? So the greatest motivation for the child is activities जिसमें वो बहुत interested होता है. So this is the greatest motivation for the child in teaching learning process. Next question. Who held that curriculum is a gearing process? So Ralph Tyler held that curriculum is a gearing process. So the answer is A. Next question. Competency model based curriculum is a design based on, so it is based on activities, it is based on skills, and it is based on specific competencies also. So the answer is all of the above. Next question. So test number 3. Why the role of students in curriculum change is important? See, why the role of students is important? Their input is important for their own needs. It empowers them to take responsibility. It enables them to challenge the new circumstances. Yes, all the 3 options are correct. So the answer is all of the above. Next question. Curriculum innovation usually requires the change in following. So curriculum innovation usually requires the change in teacher because she has to deal with that curriculum amongst the learners in the classroom environment. So the teacher is a prominent aspect for this curriculum change or innovation. Next question. Research design for curriculum is not based on the following principles. So it is not based on this need not to cover the intention and implementation of the curriculum. This is the one of the need for the research design of curriculum, and in this not is written, so this B is the answer. All the 3 rest, like developing a valid research model is important, design and approach that focus on the collection of evidence is important, the research attempts to understand the current state of curricular process in schools is also important. So B is the answer. Next question. Which of the following type of curriculum change affects the content of the curriculum and it is related to the methods of delivery of curriculum? So the answer is software change. Of course, in the software we deal with content and we deal with teaching methods also. So this is the type of curriculum in which change affects the content of the curriculum. Software change. Next question. Who said that teachers should recognize the opportunity to enhance the contemporary relevance of their curriculum? The curriculum planners and teachers attempt to infuse problems-based learning and critical thinking in the school curriculum. So this statement was given by Orozco. This is the answer. Next question. The techniques to enhance curriculum transaction are. So in this we include instructional media, instructional techniques, instructional material also. So the answer is all of the above. Next question. CIPP model appealed to many educational leaders because it emphasized importance of producing evaluative data for decision making. See, in CIPP we have four aspects, like we have C stands for context, I for input, P for process and P for product. So in this we used to evaluate the data. We used to evaluate the curriculum. So the answer is A. Next question. Arrange the following steps. Criteria for determining quality. Data is collected. Identify the kind of data. Kind of decisions are identified. So the appropriate arrangement is, like, we'll take first kind of decisions are identified, then we'll deal with the kind of data, then we'll collect the data, and then we'll do this criteria for determining quality. So the answer is 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the answer. Next question. Which of the following deals with the means of evaluation curriculum? Now see, हमारे पास चार like CIPP model में we used to deal with four main aspects. Context होता है हमारे पास, process होता है, product होता है and input होता है. इनमें से जो दो होते हैं वो means करिकुलम के मीन्स से डील करते हैं, इवैल्यूएशन के मीन्स से डील करते हैं, और दो होते हैं जो प्रोडक्ट जो आपके एंड से डील करते हैं. सो इन दिस क्वेश्चन इट इज आस्क्ड कि कौन से हैं वो जो मीन्स से डील करते हैं. सो इनपुट एंड प्रोसेस डील्स विद द मीन्स ऑफ द इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ करिकुलम. सो दिस इज द आंसर. Next question, which of the following deals with the ends of the evaluation of curriculum? So product and context deals with the ends of the curriculum evaluation. So C is the answer. Next question, which of the following includes the critical features for successful strategy instruction? See, we have daily and sustained instruction, we have individualized feedback, we have required mastery of this strategy also. So the answer is all of the above. Next question, which of the following model is structured around the various aspects of problems and processes of community life with the subject areas subsequent to the problem? So this deals with the social function model in which we deals with the problems related to the society and community life. So the answer is social function model. Next question, which of the following model studies about the relationship between curriculum and the social, political and economic development of society? So social reconstructionism model deals with the relationship between curriculum and the social aspects of the society. Next question, which of the following is not the characteristic of discipline based model? So learners must not practice disciplinary skills throughout their fields of study. Of course this is only not the characteristic of, because इसमें not लग गया ना, ये important characteristic है उसकी, but not लग गया, so this is not the characteristic of the discipline based model. A is the answer. Next question, which of the following model is centered largely on the areas of child's interest? So of course activity based model, it deals with mainly with the areas of child's interest. Next question, which of the following is the disadvantage for competency based model? So ऑफ कोर्स इसमें ऑब्जेक्टिविस्ट अप्रोच ऑफ लर्निंग जो है वो डिसएडवांटेज है, क्योंकि हम हर एक स्टूडेंट के अकॉर्डिंग उस करिकुलम या उस एक्टिविटी को डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं. इट इज नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल. सो उसका जो ऑब्जेक्टिविस्ट अप्रोच है वो थोड़ा उसकी डिसएडवांटेज या उसकी लिमिटेशन बन जाता है कभी कभी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मॉडल डील्स विद द क्लोज रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन करिकुलम, प्लानिंग गोल्स, लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स and implementation? So this is contemporary model in which learner is centered. Learner center में होता है, उसको देख के curriculum design किया जाता है. And in this model we deals with the close relationship between the curriculum and the learner and their planning goals. So the answer is contemporary model. Next question, who said the following? Curriculum is a growing up process. Over the course of the schooling areas, educational experiences accumulate to exert profound changes in the learner in the way water dripping upon a stone wear it way. So this statement was said by Tyler. About the curriculum, Tyler said this statement. Next question. Following question deals with which kind of curriculum model? What educational purposes should the school seeks to attend? So this question is dealt by the traditional model, in which subject is the center and content is the center. Subject matter is the center, teacher center में होता है, student center में नहीं होता है. So answer is traditional model. Next question, while designing the curriculum, which of the following factors are considered? See, it should facilitate and encourage all types of learning experiences. Yes, it is dealt. It should permit teachers to utilize principles of learning for guiding learning activities. Yes, it is also important. It should be in accordance with the development needs of the students. Yet it is also important. So the answer is all of the above, क्योंकि हम तीनों points को consider करते हैं when we make curriculum or when we design the curriculum. So the answer is all of the above. Next, so here we finished our unit 5. Its explanation for 3 tests. And now if you want to join the test series or the batch, again I'll remind you, you can contact on the given number, that is 798-323-3626. You will see many more questions like this, and And the batch is for paper 1 and paper 2 both. We'll start our second batch soon. So enroll yourself, hurry up. So till then, stay healthy, stay safe, and bye. Thank you.